In the last episode of What If Goku Was Raised by Whis, Kid Goku achieved complete mastery of Ultra Instinct and pretty much just zapped Majin Buu out of existence. But because of this battle, Dr. Gero was able to record Buu's DNA code, and now there are plenty of ways for him to abuse this. In less than 3 years, he's gonna complete the most perfect life form there is. At least, that was his plan. Goku, on the other hand, is left to be here on Earth with Vegeta, Nappa, Raditz, and Broly for the next 5 or so years. And if you guys somehow have not caught up on What If Goku Was Raised by Whis, I'll have the previous video up on the screen and the entire playlist pinned down below in the comments. But as far as the next step in this journey, well, let's hop right in. For the past few days, Goku has been trying his best to teach Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz how to transform into a Super Saiyan, but it just kinda isn't working at all for them. The problem lies in the difference in their perception of power. Goku unlocked Ultra Instinct at the age of 7 and then mastered it after 5 years in the Room of Spirit and Time. As far as he's concerned, the Super Saiyan transformation is insignificant, right? No different than drinking an energy drink. Though, of course, the other three have been Frieza's lackeys all this time. They may have seen superior levels of strength by now, but they just can't comprehend it. You guys sure you're from the same race as Broly and me? It makes no sense for you all to be this weak. I mean, you're weaker than those alien ants I used to fight when I was like 4 years old with Whis. Why? Goku says. Shut up, Kakarot. It's fine if you say that to us, but don't badmouth Vegeta. He's the Prince of all Saiyans, Raditz replies. The Prince of all Saiyans? He was Frieza's slave, what do you mean? Don't talk such nonsense to me or I'll destroy you, Goku asserts. Hearing this, Vegeta gets up and just leaves without saying a word. Normally he'd be fired up at a statement like this, but right now he knows he's far too outclassed by Goku to even say a word right now. And this has awakened a newfound desire within him, a desire to prove himself to Goku. That day, Vegeta made the decision to not train with Goku until he had at least become a Super Saiyan. Instead, he sought out Broly and forced the pacifist guy to brutally just destroy him, for lack of better words, every single day for an entire month. Raditz and Nappa also kept making progress, but without Goku. He was tired of them. Now all he does is fly around the world and find interesting animals. Meanwhile, somewhere in the universe, King Cold is upset. First, he lost contact with Frieza, and then with the Ginyu Force mysteriously. What's going on? It's been almost 2 months at this point, he continues. Go get in touch with Cooler. I fear something bad has happened to Frieza. We're leaving immediately. The Ginyu Force should still be on planet Earth. Let's see what they have to say. On King Cold's orders, Cooler is summoned. What, father? Has something happened to your favorite son? Cooler asks. Don't be like that, Cooler. I love you both equally. Anyways, Frieza has gone missing and we're leaving for planet Earth right now. Without Frieza, the planet trading business has started to collapse. You know we can't afford that, King Cold replies. It takes them about 7 days to reach Earth. Vegeta has gained a ridiculous boost in strength since last time, but he still has yet to acquire the Super Saiyan transformation. Good job, Vegeta. You're getting better every day, Broly says. Yeah, well, not quite. At this rate, I'll never even be acknowledged by Kakarot, let alone ever even think about catching up to him. It seems impossible. Just how did he get so strong? I mean, think about it, Broly. Buu was significantly stronger than you, and yet this kid Kakarot just cooks him out of existence. That's like scary good, Vegeta states. Well, there's really no point in comparing our progress to his. I mean, I'd say the person who brought him here is even stronger than that. There's so many strong guys in the universe, Vegeta. It's not just all about Kakarot, Broly replies. For sure. If I had continued working under Frieza, I would have never known. Though, to be fair, it was also Kakarot who killed Frieza. We do all owe him one, I guess, Vegeta states. I guess. I would like to fight with that guy, honestly, Broly says. You sure have gotten talkative, Broly. Just go pick a fight with him, Vegeta says. No way, I'll wait until the next martial arts tournament and fight him there, Broly replies. Vegeta wasn't much interested in any of that, but deep down, he was a little cautious of something. Now that Frieza is no more, won't things begin to change throughout the universe, and rapidly at that? What if Frieza's father comes for them? And what if he's even stronger than Frieza? Little did he know though that the man in question had already entered the solar system and was on his way here together with his other son. Goku is off somewhere playing with a dinosaur at this moment, but he's the first one to notice the spaceship coming for them, but he wasn't really in the mood for a battle. So he just kinda jumps in the air and launches off a massive energy bomb at them. It reaches them in a couple of hours since they're so far out in the solar system still, but to his surprise, someone just kinda straight up makes it disappear. What the? Goku says. Another hour or so later, King Cold's ship enters the atmosphere. Raditz and Nappa are out hunting for food, and Goku still hasn't bothered relocating himself. The only ones there were Broly and Vegeta. Well, I guess it was foolish to think that we'd be able to avoid this confrontation, Vegeta states. The door opens and soldiers swarm the farm, and King Cold steps out next with Cooler. Broly immediately enters battle mode the moment he looks at them, but something freezes him. Seeing this, Vegeta wonders that maybe King Cold is stronger than Frieza, but the one Broly was cautious of isn't King Cold, it's Cooler, and for what it's worth, Vegeta has little to no information on Cooler whatsoever. Whoa, look at this, Cooler. We have two little cute Saiyans here. Isn't that Vegeta? Hey kid, you know something about my son's whereabouts? King Cold asks. Yeah, he's dead. He was killed, Vegeta replies. He may look calm, but Vegeta was fuming right now. This was only the second time he had ever seen King Cold. The first one was back when he introduced Frieza to the Saiyans, and in hindsight, that is what became their ultimate downfall. Vegeta's dreams of getting revenge on Frieza one day are pretty much over thanks to Goku, but he was dying to cut King Cold into pieces. In reply to Vegeta's words, King Cold erupted with laughter. Oh, that was a good one, Vegeta. As always, you Saiyans are so good at making people laugh. Vegeta immediately uses extreme movement to propel himself all the way to King Cold. He catches him by surprise and makes him instinctively put a guard up to his face and then kicks his neck instead. I also consider it a joke that your son was brutally murdered by someone even younger than me. Now laugh, Vegeta states. Cooler could care less about any of this. He was still wondering where that massive energy bomb from earlier came from. It was so concentrated and direct. It can't be a result of a natural phenomenon, right? That was the only thing on Cooler's mind. He pays no heed to Vegeta annoying the hell out of his father, he could care less. However, it only lasts until King Cold finally gets a hold of Vegeta. He grabs him by the neck and begins to strangle him. You've gotten pretty cocky for a snotty little Saiyan. At least your father knew how to bow. Listen kid, this is how you do it, he says as he smashes Vegeta's face into the ground. King Cold was about to finish Vegeta when someone would appear in the sky next. The king's survival instincts began to scream as he slowly lifted his head to see who was above him. And there, standing on the clouds, was a near invincible kid. We're talking about Goku, and he was asserting some dominance right now. It was like Conqueror's hockey all over the place. Tell me, Vegeta, is that the guy who killed Frieza? The king asks. Who knows? I'd say provoke him and maybe find out for yourself, Vegeta replies. With the arrival of Goku, he knows that defeat is now impossible. Well, even Broly would have easily folded both of them, but now, the absolute pinnacle of the Saiyan race is looking down on the Frieza race. He's doing that without even trying. Subsequently, Cooler had started sweating. Hey, that nuclear blast I absorbed from earlier wasn't a product of the cosmos at all. It came from this kid. I can feel it. This kid's power is unlike anything I've ever seen before. I don't understand. How can a mere Saiyan boy be so strong, he says. Hey, come on now, calm down. He's still just a Saiyan kid. It's not like he's a Super Saiyan or anything, King Cold replies. Goku would overhear this next and decide to have a little bit of fun. Within an instant, he would transform into a Super Saiyan and their jaws would hit the ground. He doesn't stop powering up though and would unleash Super Saiyan 2 next as a little bit of a flex, and this guy Goku even accidentally proceeds all the way to Super Saiyan 3 for the first time. Well, I guess I could kinda get used to this here, Goku exclaims. He was enjoying himself. Seeing this, Vegeta's eyes light up. While he himself was struggling to even acquire the Super Saiyan form, Goku is just jumping through the tears like it's nothing. This sight would completely shatter all of Vegeta's preconceived limiting beliefs, almost as if life itself had opened up for him. Suddenly, something inside of him awakens and everything would become clear. Vegeta releases a ginormous burst of energy and it blows King Cold away. When the latter gets up, he realizes that he's no longer dealing with the average Saiyan warrior, for Prince Vegeta has finally become a Super Saiyan. The first thing Vegeta does is launch himself at King Cold and return that favor from earlier, stomping his head into the ground next. This is also a joke, Mr. King Cold, sir. Please laugh, Vegeta states. Cooler tries to step up and kick him out of there, but Broly's energy blast and Goku's glare leave him paralyzed. He knows that either he stays where he is or he dies. It's obvious now that the Frieza family made a terrible mistake by coming to Earth today. They did this to themselves. Yo, Vegeta, I see you finally whipped out the Super Saiyan form. Good job, Goku says. Vegeta gets excited because this may imply that Goku is ready to teach him superior transformations, but not quite. I'll leave training Nappa and Raditz to you. Here, I even picked them up for you, Goku states while dropping them both off on the ground from high up in the air. Vegeta clenches his fists. He's never gonna get anywhere at this rate. King Cold is sweating bullets at this point as Vegeta pulls him out of the ground and throws him right at Goku. Goku doesn't do anything. He just stands there in the sky unfazed. King Cold comes flying right at him, but his imposing aura alone was enough to evade the guy. It's always completely unintentional, but the way Goku just messes with people's heads is enough to give them permanent damage sometimes. Vegeta then gracefully catches King Cold when he's about to fall right back onto the ground and blasts him into the stratosphere. Turns out King Cold's final moments were just him painfully getting burnt to death in the sky as he would explode like fireworks. Cooler would whip out a new trick of his own and sneakily use the energy from that blast he absorbed from Goku earlier to launch himself off of the planet. Goku notices this but doesn't bother taking any action, as who really cares, which prompts Vegeta to fire a final flash on his heels. It eventually makes contact and sends him hurling into the sun, and with that, the Frieza family is as good as done. Goku lands on the ground and gives Vegeta a big thumbs up. You're finally showing me some promise, Vegeta. Well done, he says. Yeah, but tell me, why didn't you bother going after Cooler, Vegeta asks. Because he was a coward. They both were, and to me, a coward is the most despicable thing under the sun. I didn't want to dirty my hands, so thanks for taking out that half-empty bag of trash. I guess I appreciate it, Goku says, as he was being more or less sincere here. What's with you, brother? You seem to be in a bad mood, Raditz asks. Curious why you decided to call me brother. Just because we're Saiyans doesn't mean we're related. Now get up and figure out how to become a Super Saiyan, Goku replies. Vegeta, Broly, Nappa, and Raditz all look at Goku in dead silence. How does one even reply to something like this? Raditz sheds a tear while Nappa taps his shoulder. Anyways, Dr. Gero has been making good progress on conjuring up that ultimate life form we keep talking about, as he also monitored this battle and was amazed by the physical disposition of the Frieza clan. He sends out a few more drones to scour that area to see if they can find a limb or maybe even a blood sample. That would be plenty for Gero to imbue their DNA into his android. My genius is almost frightening, he laughs frantically. 2 days later, the drones show up not with just some blood or limb. They managed to find King Cold's entire head, and for some reason, he was still alive. Goodness, how are you still alive? Dr. Gero asks. Not gonna lie, I really don't feel alive right now, he replies. Dr. Gero wasn't really in the mood for any goofy conversations as he places King Cold's head in a pod and continues working on the ultimate life form. Now with this head, he'll be able to make something even better if that was even possible. 2.5 years pass before you know it, and Goku has gotten used to this world and its people. He regularly visits all sorts of eateries and uses Broly's championship prize money. Nappa and Raditz still haven't learned how to become a Super Saiyan yet, and Vegeta genuinely doesn't want to train them anymore. Meanwhile, on planet Beerus, Whis is just chilling outside wondering how much will Goku have grown when he picks him up in another 2.5 years or so. And this is when Beerus wakes up. How long was it this time, Whis? I still feel a little groggy, he asks. It was only 10 years, my lord, but you'll be surprised at how much that kid has grown. He mastered Ultra Instinct over 2 years ago, Whis replies. Beerus is left speechless. He regains his cool and grins. Alright, take me to that boy. Let me see if he's truly become my arch rival, Beerus declares. Dr. Gero had already finished the greatest man-made biological weapon in the history of all 12 universes. He'll be waking up any moment now. Then somehow, there was Cooler. He had crash landed on the sun, and after about 3 years of constantly getting cooked, he finally opens his eyes. Not only is he somehow still alive, but he was pissed at this point. And it was during this 3-year time span of him getting constantly torched on the sun that he too entered a new realm of power. It doesn't really take much for the frost demons to get stronger, and well, Cooler was in a state of constant stress while in the sun. His body eventually adapted and he somehow evolved. Be that as it may, his new body is kinda like a double-edged sword still. While it did catapult him to a level of power that makes him feel more confident that he'll be able to take on Goku and the others, his body is like a raging inferno right now. Sooner or later, he'll use up all of his life fumes and certainly die. But he doesn't care at this point. His own existence be damned, as long as he can make those Saiyan brats pay, he'll happily accept whatever fate awaits him. Then there was Goku. When he finally returns to the farm after completely exhausting that prize money, a completely enraged Broly is waiting for him, as Goku is about to find out that money isn't just some paper that you can take from people as you please.